cheat my way through this competition.
21-year-old Anglo-American.
21 years where I really wanted something and didn't get it. I'm not sure what my fellow travelers will be like. The worst kind of people would either be two-faced people, which is undoubtedly going to happen at some point during this trip. People who seek attention, and anyone who thinks they're exceptionally smart or exceptionally physically capable and they have nothing to back it up. It's going to quickly get on my nerves.
Roads are mad out here. Crossing the road.
After freshening up, our exhausted and jet-lagged group, still acclimatising to the heat and humidity of Indonesia, head out for a drink.
They've already sprung something over. Yeah.
While Gareth, who has admitted to feeling homesick since arriving in Jakarta only 6 hours ago, has decided to remain at the hostel and have an early night.
First day has been pretty much quite tough, really tiring. I'm absolutely knackered. And if anything, like, I feel a bit, I don't know, a bit worried. Everybody else seems to be fine, getting on and stuff. I don't know, I find it quite daunting. As far as the first day goes, I think, like, I've pretty much, like, fallen to pieces, really.
It's a bit mad that Gareth didn't come. Like.
He's not feeling it. He's not feeling up to that.
I think like once he's had the sleep and stuff, he'll be fine.
Hopefully, because it's day one of a very
He can
long
have a
trip.
cold shower, that'll wake him up a bit, and then he can have a sleep wherever.
If he can't make
in the morning, he'll feel fresh and that, and hopefully he'll be up for a lot.
My opinion is it's just easy to look down on Gareth for being so weak-minded. I just hope when people do struggle or when they do have these problems, they understand that it's extremely selfish to hold the whole group up or to slow us all down because they're feeling homesick, and they just get on with it and let us do what we need to do and have fun. Because if we're not feeling down, the last thing we want to do is be sitting around while someone mopes about when we can go out and party.
I'd like to get to Lembang because Lembang's where the activities are, and I'd like to do as much of those as possible. I don't want to just travel, you know?
It's day 2, and after a good night's sleep, our backpackers have found a local cafe and are planning their next move over a late breakfast.
How are we getting there by 5?
While most of the group are eager to get to Lembang, their first destination, as soon as possible, homesick Gareth is still wondering whether backpacking is really for him.
Right, to be honest, I reckon I've had pretty, like, tough time. Like, I've had to adjust really, like, to this. It's really different to home and stuff, but hopefully, like, you know, I'm not the only one who's having, like, reservations and stuff, like.
I feel 100% fine. It's a huge opportunity I've got for nothing.
I feel absolutely scared, to be honest. Like, I'm not. I'm gonna try my best, man. You know, like, I'm gonna really try my best. But it's gonna be hard and stuff.
With their stomachs full, the 6 backpackers take a taxi to the local train station. This will be the first time they have taken public transport since arriving in Indonesia.
Yeah, one person business, 25,000, yeah?
After buying train tickets at a cost of 25,000 rupiah, equivalent to about £1.50 each, the group of 6 board the 3:30 to Bandung.
Will that stay?
A 4-hour journey that will see them arrive after sundown in another unfamiliar city.
To me, it's just alien, and I can't help but look on it as moronic. I can't look at him and feel sorry for him. I look down on him like he's an idiot, and I wish I didn't because I've lost all respect for the guy. Honestly, he's had life way too easy for far too long, and one day or another he needs to grow up, and I think today is probably a good day to do it. You're the minibus man.
Are you the man with the minibus?
And 20-year-old Chloe is determined they leave immediately and get there tonight.
Are we gonna go?
150 divided by 6.
Hang on.
Hoping this will give them a couple of days to relax and sightsee before they must gather at the end of the week to decide who's been the best traveller so far.
150,000.
It's 150,000 for this bus to go to Lembang full of us.
Perfect. Great. Okay.
Even though they should be managing their limited budgets carefully, last night's experience of such basic accommodation isn't one they want to repeat tonight.
That's like
Okay, we want to go to the most amazing one, which
Oh, that's
is
more than our
the
hotel.
Grand Hotel Lembang.
After bartering a price of 150,000 rupiah, almost £9 between them, our six board a local minibus to take them to their luxury accommodation.
Can we have the windows down, please? Child lock.
En route, the group, apart from Gareth, reflect on their train journey from Jakarta.
Did you guys not think like the scenery was really nice? Don't know if you saw what I mean.
I don't think not.
I don't think nice.
It was made you realise like how poor, yeah.
They may be happier than we are. There's people in London
They
who are
probably
so
are.
They
stressed.
did look happy. They looked so happy. All the little kids like playing football by the side of the train.
There's people in London with £1,000,000 houses who are stressed out over interest rates. Do you know what I mean? At least they don't care. They're going to be happy with what they've got.
They ain't got to worry
They've got a
about
chopper.
The FTSE 100 and the Dow Jones doesn't affect them. They don't matter. Do you know what I mean?
I don't even know what they are, so.
Stock markets.
Yeah.
I don't think we have them in Scotland.
I think you do.
This is it. Are we here? Oh, there's a drive.
Oh my God.
Okay, right, so we're entering the hotel.
That's it, yeah.
After an hour on the road, the tired group finally arrive in Lembang and spot their hotel.
It's so oh my God, it's so nice. It looks like amazing. Look, it's like,
I told you to have faith. See?
but it's flat though.
Hang on, we haven't seen the room yet.
The daily room cost at this hotel is 450,000 rupiah, almost £27 per room, with a maximum of 3 people sharing.
Can you use a calculator, Andrew?
If they stay here, each person will be paying £9 a night, almost £7 more than the hostel they opted for in Jakarta.
We're one party, they're one party.
Considering they have a daily budget of just under £12 each, which must cover food, travel and accommodation, staying in this hotel is a luxury they can ill afford.
Does the toilet flush?
After dumping their bags, most of the group head straight for the hotel restaurant.
Where's Gareth?
You didn't want to
Same
come.
as everywhere. Not with us.
We don't think he likes me and Nathan.
He can stay with us.
I don't know. I don't think he will, probably. He says he's just getting changed, but I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't come down there.
Gareth, who has struggled since arriving yesterday, and who has barely spoken to anyone since leaving Jakarta this afternoon, has an announcement to make to the rest of the group.
I've been having a think and I've just pretty much decided that I'm wanting to leave, really. And I'm pretty much like 100% like I want to leave, and I've thought it through, like all the things about it. And
so what's the main reason you're leaving then? What are you so uncomfortable with?
it's a bit of everything. Like, I just know in myself personally, like I don't want to do it, and I want to leave you to form, you know, get your like group going and stuff. I'm sorry if it like has any impact to me, you know, like you're all proper sound people, like I'm proper chuffed to meet you all, like big time.
If that's what you want to do, we can't stop you. You know, you have to go home.
I think you've got to come here expecting the worst, and then everything will just get better from there. And I think he's come here expecting that he's going to get maybe a holiday or something.
I don't sympathise with why he's leaving. I don't sympathise with his reasons. I can't feel sorry for him because it's just, it really, and for want of a better word, it's pathetic. It's like, come on, get on with it. It's really childish, and I'm glad he's going because it was getting on my nerves, to be honest.
I've completely underestimated this whole thing, and for what it really is, I'm happy to say that I'm glad I'll be going.
You're looking forward to getting back home.
It's the following day, and after last night's announcement to the group that he wanted to leave, despite having only been in Indonesia for 2 days, Gareth heads back to Jakarta to fly home.
Sweet, mate. Sweet.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Bye. You take care, yeah?
You'll be all sound. No, you will not like me.
Right, I'll see you later. Enjoy the flight now, innit? Take care, yeah? All right, see you later. Just 5, like. He's gone. That's it, mate.
Food market, you know, is it famous?
In 2 days, they must all gather for their first official end-of-week meeting and vote individually for who among them has stood out as the best traveller so far.
Oh, just outside? Literally here? Ah.
Keen to win votes, Chloe is determined today that she will experience some real Indonesian culture
Your taxi?
and negotiates the best way to get to a night market she's heard about on the outskirts of Bandung, a 1-hour drive south.
How much? How much?
Managing to convince Marie Claire and Chantel to join her,
We're not going to the food market, so...
Okay, well, see you guys back at the hotel.
Chloe barters a price with a local minibus to take them to the night market, leaving the boys to explore the culture on offer in Lembang.
Just keep your eye out for anything that looks interesting, mate. I'll keep your eye out.
However, the boys are soon distracted, and any plans to sightsee are quickly forgotten
We're going to have a little butch down here, mate.
when they spot a place where they can play computer games.
Okay. In this play?
Yeah, we played some games, yeah? Pay you, yeah?
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
We weren't up for the food market or anything anyway, so it's not the most exciting of things, so we could do that back at home, I could do it anyway, so...
Really? Oh, let's
I'm on you, I'm on you.
I just flipped my bike like an idiot. Doing a wheelie, like a show off.
That's where the theatre. Thank you.
After a long journey south, the girls finally arrive at the night market.
Okay, where do we go now?
Oh, look at that. There's like dead animals ahead.
Oh my god, the chickens really freak me out. Oh my god, look at all the flies.
What is it? Rice? It's definitely not rice. What is that? Pig. Oh, it's a pig. Like, oink oink. Is it? It's so colourful. Yeah, it is amazing.
It is amazing. It's like nothing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything this like real and sort of raw and just kind of happening.
How do you say pig? Yes. It's like a completely different world, you know. Like I've never been in like a country that's been so culturally different.
Sorry. Ah! Shut up! To me, it's like glaringly obvious that the ultimate traveller does these things. They don't stay in the hotel. Yeah, that's not travelling.
It's what's mad about it, you always got to think about the budget, like, you're not used to that, innit? Like, it's mad.
After blowing almost 3/4 of the following day's allowance on playing computer games for most of the afternoon, Andrew and Nathan are back at the hotel discussing the competition.
If I vote for you and you vote for me, the girls are going to vote amongst themselves, and because there's more of them, a girl's always going to get the prize.
With their first official end-of-week meeting approaching, where all 5 must individually vote for who they think the best traveller so far has been, Andrew is already thinking tactically as to how to secure votes.
You need to try and bridge the gap, and like, I need to vote for you, and you need to vote for Chantel, or something. One of us needs to vote for one of the girls to try and make it look like, to try and remove the divide, because if we keep the divide there, we're totally lost. But otherwise, we might be able to entice the girls to give one of us a vote. So we should decide tonight, like, one of us will vote for the other one, and then one of us will vote for one of the girls to try and remove the gap.
Yeah, so we want to get out of here. We're just working out how we're going to get out.
After spending an hour and a half exploring the night market, the girls are now tired and hungry. And while Chantel wants to get back to the hotel as soon as possible, Chloe wants to eat first.
Pizza Hut.
Remember, there's two Pizza Huts. There's one that's about 10 minutes and there's one where we need to go to the city centre. But McDonald's is, there's two. So don't just say Pizza Hut because there might be 7 Pizza Huts. We need to find out where we're going and go somewhere close to home. Because then we're going to be getting free taxi. There's no point in getting this like a quarter of the way and then getting another one and then another one.
So you want to go home now?
No, I'd rather get in one now to go halfway and then you can go Pizza Hut and then we can get in another one. There's no point in
So I
getting in
didn't
one.
understand. I thought you were agreeing to come to Pizza Hut with us.
No, I am agreeing to come Pizza Hut as long as it's halfway. I'm not going to one that's 10 minutes down the road and then getting another cab back to where the McDonald's was and then getting another cab back from there to the hotel. So if it's going halfway, I'm paying.
Dude, I don't. Do you think I know?
So Leng Bao, we'll ask them Leng Bao or I'm not getting in it.
What is it? Do you want to do it, Chantal? Chantal, I'm not trying to get.
I'm not trying to argue, I just want to go home
I know,
and
but
I'm
I
a bit
think this is
hungry.
the quickest way. Do you see any normal taxis?
No.
Well, you wanted your priority was just to get out of the market.
My priority is to get out of the market.
Yeah,
let's just get
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Just go home. Lembang. Lembang. Yeah? Lembang?
There was a tiny bit of friction with me and Chloe. Sometimes, like, she does things that just bug me. I think it's because our attitudes, like, contrasted so much. Like, she wanted to, like, do what she was doing and I wanted to do something completely different. I was like, God, I really can't put up with her no more.
Thank you.
Thanks. This is such a hard experience to be with a group of, to be honest, strangers in a weird country. I think we're all going to struggle in different ways, and that's just coming to light, really.
It's a new day.
Have you ever broken anything, like a limb? Never. Have you broken anything other than your arm, that thing? No. I broke my big toe once. I was on my computer screen and I fell off and broke my big toe.
Tomorrow, each person must vote for who they think has been the best traveller so far. Whoever wins this vote will receive an extra 50% on top of their daily allowance for the following week.
And now just right here.
So far, the girls have managed their budget well and have enough money to spend their last night in Lembang at their luxury hotel.
Might as well just try to find something really cheap with just 2 beds in it. It's only a night, isn't it?
However, after blowing most of today's allowance on their computer games marathon yesterday, the boys cannot afford another night of extravagance. With no other choice, the sorry pair check out and begin their search for more basic accommodation.
This ain't the nicest weather. I think we look for the grottiest one available at the moment.
Sounds good to me, bro.
Room discount 50%, yeah? Hello, we'd like to know how much a room is for 2 people. How much money for, does anyone speak English? No. I don't think we're gonna get through it. Do you think?
Looks hard.
Do you think we should just...
While Andrew and Nathan head off to try their luck elsewhere,
I think that Andrew, his arrogance. He's openly arrogant though, he meant to dick.
at the hotel, the girls take refuge from the rain and gossip about the boys.
And Nathan's like someone who would love to meet, who you see down the pub, who you just think's hilarious. Yeah. It's really bad though, because we have no one to fancy and I'm not used to that. I'm going to end up thinking the fancy Nathan. I was like, oh, we need to meet more people.
It's too ghetto.
Full house, too?
Full house.
It's just us two. Oh, you're full?
Full.
No
Okay,
problem.
three mkhasi, three mkhasi.
Nathan and Andrew have been looking for a cheap hotel for well over an hour, but haven't been able to find anywhere within their budget.
There's nothing else in town. We've looked everywhere. It's not like we haven't put effort in, so we're just going to tell the girls that we're sharing a room with them.
We're going to have to share a room.
In this hotel.
Hello? Oh my god. Where have you guys been?
Just trying to look for hotels for us.
Did it not work?
No.
So where? Oh my god.
It hasn't worked.
I spent 2 hours walking all the way up and back.
Trying to talk Indonesian to everyone.
Yeah, a couple of them were fully booked. All the rest were too expensive. The only solution I can think of is if we stay here again, but we're going to have to share a room, all 5 of us. It's the only way
We're
we
not
can
allowed
afford it.
to. We asked them the first night.
At the Grand Hotel Lembang, unless you pay, you are not allowed to crash in another person's room. And to stop this from happening, the hotel employs a team of 24-hour security guards who closely monitor the front entrance.
So should we
Okay, let's just sneak someone in.
Yeah, let's just not say anything. They won't know. We've checked out officially.
Really?
Let's sneak someone in.
Yeah.
So we'll
We're
just...
gonna have to.
And you don't mind sharing a room with the boys?
No, we have no other. There's no other way.
No, there isn't. Nathan and I will walk straight out the hotel and meet you up front, and we can go get something to eat. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go.
We searched for hotels and that for like 2 hours, and after all that, we're staying in the same place in them girls' rooms. So we got to try and do espionage, trying to get past all the security guards and stuff. We had to do it. We didn't have a choice really. So.
Later that evening, in an attempt to save money, the group have been to the local grocery store to buy food that they can eat in the girls' hotel room.
You sneak in or something?
But the boys, as non-paying guests, have got to get past hotel security first and ask the girls to distract them.
Alright, if you can you?
Yeah.
Can you distract them?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, go on, that's it then.
I like your uniform. Where did you get it from? The badges and stuff is really nice. Where did you get it from? Like, did you make it or did you buy it?
Stealth bit.
Can I try on your hat?
What?
Your hat?
This?
Yeah, can I try? Go with him.
This is dodge, mate. We're risk to get into the room.
Bye.
Bye.
I think Indonesia surprised me quite a bit because I thought I was coming to a third world country and it's kind of better than I thought it was.
Later that evening, and with the boys successfully stowed in the girls' bedroom, the group get a chance to reflect on their first week in Indonesia and speculate on tomorrow's meeting, where they must vote individually for who they think has been the best traveller so far.
Does everybody think that they know who they're going to vote for? Do you think it'll be kind of like on the spot decision?
I reckon it'll be on the spot decision. I ain't got a clue really, so.
It's really difficult as well because it depends how you're going to judge it. Are you going to judge it by the person you like the most and who you enjoyed your time with the most, or the person who is genuinely best at bargaining down the prices, or the person who you feel safest with when you walk down the street? It's intangible. It's a very difficult reason to choose.
Yeah, it's not
Choose who's the best traveller, you know? So it's hard.
I think for me, it's more like who's added to the experience and who's sort of, you know, really shown that they're interested in and involved in the experience and like who's engaging with it. That's what I would say.
If I didn't win this week and then I really, really wanted to win, what could I do different? So I think it's hard. I think
As much as it'll be difficult to like do votes and stuff like that, I'm really looking forward to getting to the next stage of what we're going to be doing.
It's like mixed feelings tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly looking forward to voting, but I do want to get to see other stuff as well. So.
Yeah. It might be like a new beginning every week as well, so it might be like a new adventure, a new kind of thing, so.
About that. You never know, we could be in the rainforest tomorrow. If there is one in Indonesia, I don't know.
I don't think I will be voted Traveller of the Week this week. I think the girls might vote for each other and the boys might vote for each other.
everyone else feels like they sort of sussed everybody out. I think some of them think they've sussed me out when I think that, you know, it takes a bit longer to really fully understand people.
I'm going to vote for Chloe. The main reason I'm voting for Chloe is because I don't think anyone else will. And I think that having my vote as her only vote is going to hold a huge merit. So really, I'm just trying to manipulate her, put her on the side, make her a usable weapon at some point. But I am playing the game. I'm not interested in the money at the end. I'm not interested in the 50% extra budget. I'm interested in winning. And the only reason I'm interested in winning is because I don't think I'll be able to. I'm going to have to manipulate a lot of people to win. But that's what I want to do. I want to win just so I can go home and say, yeah, I won. I manipulated them all. They somehow thought I was the best traveler.
It's the end of the first week in Indonesia, and the 5 competing travellers are gathering beside a lake on the outskirts of Lembang for their first official end-of-week meeting. All of them are aware that in 2 months' time, only one of them can be voted the ultimate traveller and take home the £10,000 prize money. But now, they must decide as individuals who has been the best traveller so far. They are not allowed to vote for themselves. And while the accolade has no bearing on the final outcome of the competition, the winner will receive 50% extra on their budget for the coming week.
We all know why we're here. It's been quite an eventful week in our first week in Indonesia.
Each week, a different member of the group will chair the meeting. Andrew has volunteered to go first.
Right, everyone, I think we should vote for who we think Traveller of the Week is.
Chloe?
I would like to vote for Marie Claire because she's coped with every stage. She went to the market, and I think she's had the best week. I think that it should be Marie Claire.
I would like to vote for Chantel. She's been the most positive in terms of getting in about stuff that she wouldn't necessarily want to do. She's just been such like a laugh to be around and stuff.
Nathan?
I'm going to vote for Andrew because I've been with him most of the time and I think there's a bit of a divide, so I'm going to vote for Andrew. I think we've had a laugh and that.
With Andrew up next, will he stick to his plan and vote for Chloe in the hope that she will return the favour in later weeks? Or will he opt for Nathan, his closest friend in the group?
Just in regards to sorting out, you know, transport, etc., I'm going to vote for Chloe.
So far, Chantel, Chloe, Andrew and Marie Claire all have 1 vote each. Chantel is last to vote.
This week I'd like to vote Mary Claire as Traveller of the Week. She's very positive, I think she's really mature, and I think throughout the journey she'll grow.
So it's pretty clear. It looks like this week's Traveller of the Week is Mary Claire.
Vote on you tonight,
Yeah.
Because Marie Claire has been named Traveller of the Week, she will have an additional 500,000 rupiah on her budget for the coming week, giving her almost £30 more money to spend than her fellow travellers.
Getting Traveller Week was amazing. It was kind of unexpected because I felt out of the group like everybody kind of had something they were like particularly good at. Like Chloe probably was a haggling. I felt Andrew took the lead. Nathan was the joker, and Chantel bonded the group and stuff. So I wasn't really expecting it, but it's such a lovely thing to have, and especially with the girls because they've obviously known me better than the boys do. So that was really, really nice of them.
With Marie Claire looking forward to a more comfortable backpacking experience, our 5 assume that their first meeting is over. But Andrew must make some important announcements that will affect the whole group's travel experience from here on in.
From now on, there's going to be a twist to the game. Each week we have to undertake a weekly travel challenge. And if we fail, there's a penalty, which is a reduction in our next week's budget by 25%. Okay? This week's challenge is we can pack anything we like as long as it fits in our day bag only.
Oh, that's not cool. That's
what do you
not
mean?
funny.
Shut up. No. How many days for the 5 days?
That's
For the week, we only have our day bag.
My makeup alone will be like...
I have another announcement to make to the group. From today onwards, we have to split and travel in 2 individual groups.
Oh my God.
We will do this each and every week until further notice, changing who we travel with each and every time. So right now we have to decide the 2 groups we're going to be in for the next week.
Ah, this is Libby, man.
This is nuts. This is just totally nuts. This is really, really, really beginning to start to turn into a game, isn't it, now?
I can't even believe that. This is so messed up.
I'll show you that randomly. That's what I'll show.
I think, because it's just week 2, I'd be quite happy to just do boy-girl. Because that would be the most natural divide.
You know what? We should split boy-girl. Thinking about it, I think we should be
That's
boy-girl.
the easiest thing for this week, and because next week they might not have the rucksack thing, so then.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay, boy-girl.
Yeah.
So far, the group have had to deal with 2 unexpected revelations. But they are about to receive an even bigger surprise.
One final thing. Nathan and I will only be traveling as a 2 momentarily. As a replacement for Gareth will be traveling with us and won't meet you girls until the next weekly meet.
Oh my God. I'm excited.
Yeah,
That's the best piece of news. Yay! Woo! I'm so excited about the new person joining us. It does get claustrophobic out here when you're with the same people all the time, day in, day out. There's kind of no escape. So, you know, if there's one more person to just mix it up a bit, then I think that's brilliant.
Okay, everyone, I think that concludes our first weekly meeting. We better go separate our bags. Let's go.
With the meeting concluded, the girls head off to pack their small day bags.
We should share one pack of wipes, I think, don't you?
While Andrew pulls Nathan aside to tell him why he thinks the coming week's boy-girl split will work in their favour.
I think the 3 girls together are going to completely screw up. They don't get along without us. So those 3 together in a stressful environment, they're going to end up hating each other by the end of it. And if we make sure we vote internally, hopefully we can get one of the votes off one of them and get some money. Trust me, then we can play it.
I know what you're saying.
Then we can play it.
That is a sensible thought. Because we have got to start playing the game now, there's no doubt. This is when it seems like a game now.
Let's get them against each other and then we'll start using them as weapons.
No, I'll do it. That's the deal. Let's go and pack our bags and see that. I wonder what he's expecting, to be honest.
Nathan and Andrew, still in Bandung, anticipate the arrival of a new fellow traveller who'll join their group for the rest of the week.
Wonder if he slept.
Oh no, I don't think so. He's probably like expecting to be in a nice hotel or something, and like taking him in the train for 10 hours, mate.
Happier to remain as a twosome, both boys are concerned that the new traveller might not be on their wavelength, putting them at a disadvantage in the competition.
I hope the new arrival's right, because I think that we did have a week to form bonds and get to know each other and stuff, and get to know what each other likes and things like that, but I hope they don't come in and shake it up and just cause rifts between people and that.
Our inexperienced backpackers are travelling in 2 separate groups for the first time. But their objective is the same, to reach Solo, a picturesque town near Yogyakarta, by the end of the week. Solo is the second of 8 destinations our competing travellers must reach on their 2-month journey across Indonesia, from Jakarta in Java ending on Mount Kelimutu in Flores. And it will be here on Mount Kalamutu that they must decide individually which one of them has best adapted to the backpacking experience while immersing themselves in local culture, and therefore deserves to be called the ultimate traveller and win the £10,000 prize.
I'm not excited, but I'm curious to see what he's like and if he'll fit in with the group, but I guess we'll find out any minute now.
Yep, we'll do this, mate.
Unaware of where the girls are or what they are doing, Nathan and Andrew are in Bandung, waiting for the arrival of their new travel companion and replacement for Gareth, who left prematurely last week. Following an 11-hour flight from the UK and a 10-hour car journey from Jakarta, 24-year-old barman Lewis Wallace from Leeds is about to join the competition.
Pretty apprehensive about backpacking, to be honest. Just gonna have to get stuck in, see how it goes. The type of person I'd not like to be travelling with would be someone that's really bossy. Although I'd like to be organised, I don't want to be told all the time what to do, so that would really annoy me.
Oh my God.
What's happening,
Hiya.
mate? Mate, right?
How you doing?
How you
Lewis.
doing? What's your name?
Lewis.
Lewis, I'm Nathan.
How you doing?
Andrew.
Andrew, how you doing? You alright?
So, yeah, how you feeling about being out here?
Pretty nervous. The new guy.
There's a group of girls out there somewhere doing the same sort of thing as us, but we had to split up yesterday.
With pleasantries exchanged, Nathan is determined to get new boy Lewis to think about the competition and fills him in about this week's travel challenge.
There's a task here. You've got to take everything that you need for the week in one of these little one-day bags.
Right.
And if we don't pass that, we're getting 25% less budget, so...
And you're not allowed to fail because then we lose money, which is obviously not an option.
Right.
We've got to get a 10-hour train drive as well, so... it's not looking good tonight, but...
First things first, you actually need to sort your bag out now.
Oh, my God.
Sounds good, mate. Choose carefully, mate, because we're going to be struggling.
I'll leave my airline pillow then.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you need.
First impressions, he seems like a nice guy. I think he'll be a better travelling companion than Gareth. I think anyone's a better travelling companion than Gareth because Gareth can't travel, so...
Yes, I suppose. We've got to get our tickets then, yeah?
Having broken the news to new boy Lewis that he can't travel with his large backpack, the boys begin their long journey to Yogyakarta.
I'm slightly worried about losing my belongings, but I've just got to deal with it and hope I've got the right selection in here.
Hello. Yogyakarta?
They seem very different. Cockney, bit of a Cockney geezer and American, seems like super jock type guy. All three of us seem quite different, so quite interesting.
With a 10-hour journey ahead of them, Andrew shows Lewis their basic guidebook and informs him that, as a group, they need to have impressive stories to tell the girls when they all meet up at the end of the week.
Basically, we've got to get from Lembang, where we were before we met you, through down to Solo. We need to achieve as much as we can travel-wise, because at the meeting you have to say what you've done